to share with you for just a minute a program in the area of healthcare. I think we all realize that we're in the midst of a healthcare crisis in this country where we have a great demand for training large numbers of personnel and doing it very quickly. One of the procedures that we need to train healthcare personnel in, it's a very basic procedure known as venipuncture. I think we've all been through it at one time or another, where you've stuck out your arm and they said, don't look now, we're going to stick you. This is the venipuncture procedure. It's designed to train ancillary personnel in this technique. And it comes with a workbook, the program, a foam rubber arm that you can stick until you know how to stick a human arm, and the ability to watch the cathode ray tube. So 3 students, presumably, could sit in front of this little setup that we have now, play the program, learn how to perform venipuncture, and then when they know the theory and some of the practice, they would move to a clinical setting where they would do it in person on a live, real live grenade.
This then is going to change educational procedures. Then does it get rid of the instructor, or is it a complement or an extension of the instructor?
No, I think what it does really for the instructor, it turns the instructor from a transmitter of information into a director of instruction. In other words, it should enhance his role. It should make him a much bigger person. It should give him an expanded sphere of influence because he's no longer serving as a transmitter. You know, you and I can serve as a transmitter, but it's not a very good use of time. So that if you can short circuit this process in a field like venipuncture, which you can do because this program in particular it was one of our early prototypes. It's been tried in a hospital setting. It works beautifully. And in an hour and 20 minutes, you can provide basic information on this procedure to a student. There'll be a wide use of this in the schools, we believe, to provide electives that would not normally be electives in an institution. So you're going to take whole bodies of cassettes, let's say 15 cassettes in one phase of English literature. You're going to put it in the library, and this will constitute a part of a course, in some cases a whole course.
Then home use is probably quite a ways down the road.
I'd say, in my estimate of it, is about 2 to 3 years. I think most people agree with this. Now, once you enter that phase, that makes every home an extension of an institution. And this is why, as I was talking with my colleagues at lunch today, this is why the concept of, in higher education, of extended learning programs that will be headed by a dean of extended learning, beginning to catch on, where entire curriculums will be available and the student won't, in all likelihood, set foot on a campus. New York State has such a college now, and it's in modest operation, and it gets into full operation in September. There are no students.